I tried AI logo generators in 2026, and honestly, the results were way more interesting than I expected. Because at first it sounds simple. You type the name of a brand, you choose a style, the AI gives you a logo, done. But that is not really how logo design works. A logo is not just a nice looking image. A logo has to survive the real world. It needs to look good on a website. It needs to work as a social profile picture. It needs to be readable on packaging. It needs to make sense on a business card. It needs to work in black and white. It needs to stay recognizable when tiny. And most importantly, it needs to feel like it belongs to a real brand. That is where most AI logo generators fall apart. The problems show up fast. The text is wrong. The letters are distorted. The icon is too complicated. The logo only works on one background. The design looks more like a sticker than a real brand identity. Or it feels like a generic template you have seen 100 times before. It lacks that unique spark of a real brand. So in this video, I want to look at AI logo generators in a more practical way. Not just which one makes the prettiest logo, but which one helps you create something you could actually build a brand around. That's the real challenge. And after testing different approaches, my best overall pick is Magnific. Not because it gives you one magic prompt. Magnific stands out because it gives you a stronger creative workflow around the logo. It's about the entire process. You can generate concepts, explore different visual directions, test styles, and refine the strongest ideas. You can create supporting brand assets, build mockups, and move closer to something that feels like a real identity. That matters because logo design is rarely one step. It is a process. You start with a brand idea. You explore directions, you compare options, you simplify, you refine, you test the logo in context. Then you build the world around it. Magnific is much better suited for that kind of workflow than a basic generator. Let's start with the first thing I learned. Most AI logo generators are okay if you only need a quick idea. If you are starting a small project, a side hustle, or a quick concept, many tools can create something usable. They are good for speed. You can get a handful of logos in minutes, but speed is not the same as quality. A logo that appears quickly is not automatically a logo you should use. It needs to have depth and intention. The biggest weakness I saw is that they jump too quickly into decoration. They add gradients. They add shadows. They add 3D effects and random shapes. They make the logo look busy because busy looks impressive. But that's wrong. But good logo design usually goes the other way. It gets simpler, cleaner, more readable, more intentional. That is why, if you are using AI to create logos, the first rule is, do not start with the tool. Start with the brand. Before writing a prompt, ask a few simple questions. What does this brand sell? Who is it for? Should it feel premium? Should it feel modern or classic? Should it feel luxury, friendly, bold, technical, or organic? Those words matter. A coffee shop for remote workers should not have the same logo as a streetwear brand. They have different goals. A skincare company should not look like a gaming startup. A luxury brand shouldn't feel like a toy company. That sounds obvious, but a lot of AI logo outputs ignore it because the prompt is too vague. If you type, make a logo, the AI has to guess everything. It doesn't know your vision, it just picks the most generic path possible. But if you describe the audience and feeling, the result has a much better direction. It's intentional. This is one reason Magnific works so well. It lets you think more granularly. You are giving creative direction. And with logos, direction is everything. Now let's talk about the different types of logos. Most people forget this. A wordmark is based mostly on the name. That can be great for fashion, tech, consulting, or beauty brands. A symbol logo uses an icon or mark. That can be useful if you want something recognizable even without the name. A combination logo uses both text and symbol. For many new brands, this is the safest and most effective option. A badge logo feels more classic or local. It can work well for restaurants, gyms, or community-based businesses. A minimal logo strips everything down. That works for premium brands, modern services, apps, and skincare. If you do not tell the AI which direction you want, it often over-designs. That's why your prompt should include the type. For example, create a minimal wordmark for a luxury skincare brand. That prompt is much stronger than make a logo. It gives the AI constraints, and constraints are what make logos better. The next thing I tested was readability. This is where many AI logo generators still struggle. If the brand name is wrong, the logo is dead. There is no saving it. If the AI writes Iron Wave instead of Iron Wave, it's unusable. You need to be very direct about spelling in your prompt. Say, keep the brand name spelled exactly as written. Use clean, readable typography. Do not add extra words. And even then, you still need to inspect the result carefully. Look at every letter. Spacing, balance, everything matters. This is another reason I like Magnific. You are not forced to treat the first generation as the final logo. You can explore. A basic generator is brand name, industry, style, download, fast but limited. The results can feel templated. With Magnific, you can start with concepts, then directions, then context, then mockups, then social visuals. It's complete. Because a logo does not live alone. A logo lives on things. A bottle, a box, a website, a hoodie, a storefront. If you cannot imagine the logo living in those places, it is not ready. That is why mockups are so important. One of the best ways to test a logo is to place it into real-world contexts. Put it on white, put it on dark, shrink it. A lot of logos that look good in isolation fall apart once you do that. They become too detailed. The text disappears. Magnific gives you a stronger environment for building those supporting visuals. That's why I'd choose it. Does that mean Magnific should replace a professional designer? No. For serious companies, a great designer is still valuable. But for early-stage brands, creators, e-commerce tests, or local businesses, Magnific is extremely useful. It gives you range. That is the real value of AI in logo design. Not replacing taste, accelerating exploration. You can find what feels right. Now, if I were creating a logo from scratch with Magnific, my workflow would look like this. It's a simple multi-step process. First, define the brand in one sentence. For example, a premium fitness recovery brand for busy professionals. Second, choose the logo type. Third, define the style. Modern, premium, minimal, calm, trustworthy. Focus on those words. Fourth, write the prompt with constraints. Use modern typography, an abstract symbol, and no 3D effects. Be specific. Then generate multiple directions, not one. Multiple. Maybe one more minimal, one more athletic, one more tech-inspired. Which one is easiest to read? Which one feels most memorable? Which one feels like a real company? Pick the winner. Then choose the strongest direction and refine. Make it simpler. Cleaner. Create versions for light and dark backgrounds. Then use Magnific to build the brand world around it. Product mockups, website hero images, social posts. It's a brand now. And that is exactly why Magnific wins for me. It doesn't just help you create an image, it helps you move toward a brand system. If you want something professional, flexible, and useful, Magnific is the best choice. It gives you a workflow, not just a logo. Anyone can generate a logo, but not everyone can create a brand. Magnific is where you start. Thanks for watching.